Hey everyone, I'm Jacob Serns, church planter and pastor, and about 7 years ago, I was able to, God used me, I should say, to plant a church in Benbrook, Texas. I had no idea what I was doing. I was coming in just fresh and raw and just knew I wanted to start something new for God and wanted to plant a new church. And I didn't realize exactly what all that would look like and what would be involved with that. Planting a church was the most difficult thing I've ever done in my entire life. And at the same time, planting a church was the most fun thing I've ever done in my entire life. The most rewarding thing I've ever done in my entire life. I don't know who's watching this. I don't know why you're watching this, but I do know that somebody watching this needs a nudge to go out and start something new for God. This video, this moment is that nudge. I don't know who you are, and I don't know exactly what it is that God is calling you to do, but I want you to have an open mind to whatever it might be, and I want you to have an open mind to it being church planting, if that's what God calls you to do. I built friendships that I will never lose for the rest of my life, planting that church in Benbrook, Texas. We saw lives transformed through Bible study, through baptism. We saw small groups come together. We saw people who had lost their way in the Seventh-day Adventist church and were just kind of floating, just kind of wandering. They didn't have a home. They didn't have a place where they felt safe and comfortable to worship. And that church became their home where they could worship comfortably and safely and where they could celebrate Jesus and all that he's done for them. We built relationships in the community. We built relationships with the police department, with the fire department, with the mayor, the city council. We built relationships with our neighbors, with our friends, with local schools. We saw a lot of people come in to God's kingdom as a result of launching that new church. But that's not all. We noticed that by planting that church with a healthy culture, a healthy DNA of loving Jesus and loving people like Jesus. In fact, the motto of the church is love like Jesus. By planting a church with that type of DNA and that type of motto and that type of lifestyle being exercised there, what ended up happening was really strange and awesome. We noticed that churches in the area around the Benbrook area, not just in that community, but other nearby areas, those churches started implementing some of the same loving discipleship, disciple-making practices that we were implementing, and we noticed change for the positive in those local area churches. It's sometimes said a rising tide lifts all ships. We saw that with church planting. And so whether you are called to revitalize an existing church or to plant a new church, do something for God's kingdom. And if he's asking you or prompting you or leading you to do something new, and you're wondering whether or not this is really his voice speaking to you, take this video as confirmation that yes, God is calling you to step outside of your comfort zone and do something new for him. Every time we step outside our comfort zone, two things happen. We're anxious about it, and our comfort zone enlarges. God wants to expand your comfort zone for his glory, not for yours, for his glory, for his honor, and to expand his kingdom. God bless you. I'm Jacob Serns, and I look forward to hearing what God does through you.